Gorilla downstairs here, and guess who I saw just a moment ago? Yep, she's down here, Vanna White, and she's waiting. As soon as I get finished with this little interview here, me and Vanna's going to take a little walk around the convention center here. Hey, Jess, sorry, buddy boy. You guys fooled me last year. This year I got new contacts. I know who I'm looking for this year. You didn't get me too good last year with Moolah. Not at all. Burned me up a pair of shoes with...
Come on, honky, big deal, Vanna White, right, baby?
Looking for Vanna White. I don't think you're looking for Vanna White at all. I think you're looking for something else down here. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you guys are talking about. I'll tell you what you guys are looking for and what you're going to find very shortly. Brutus the barber, man. The guy who takes care of me. Do I look good or not? And you better look out, buddy boy. You're going to be losing some locks a little while. In about, I would say another 20 minutes or so.
Yeah, you want to try to be funny? Yeah. Why don't we talk about somebody's lifetime batting average or something, trying to make jokes out here? This is serious business to us. We're talking about the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship. We're talking about cutting somebody's hair. You're going to get it, Brutus. Shake, rattle, and roll. I don't care if I have to backstroke up the Mississippi. Woo!
You guys ain't never coming to my house.
We had, say what? A whole lot of superstars on this stage here tonight. But I want y'all to know one thing. This is my house. And when I say who's
word attack skills and vocabulary too. Comprehension of this edition is all brand new. You're through. I'm interplanetary like Doctor Who. So who?
Fuck your beef, no relief. I step on stage, girls scream like I'm Keith.
So, it's WrestleMania time again?
Yeah.
One of our most favorite shows, Keish. It's always one of our most popular shows. We always do well. Y'all love it. We love it.
Of course we love
Pro
it.
Wrestling. In our 5th WrestleMania preview or 4th? No, let's see. We've been doing the show since 2011, but 2011 we did it after the WrestleMania.
Correct.
Right? So we did 2012 preview, 2013, 2014, 2015. This is the 5th preview of WrestleMania for Ring-Time Pro Wrestling.
Yay!
5 time preview for Ring-Time Pro Wrestling. So, I cannot believe we've been in the game so long, Keish.
Yeah, it surprises me too when I think about it. I'll be like, Jesus, we've been doing this long? God.
Yes. Well over 200 episodes at this point, I'm sure. Like, I haven't even counted to when the 200 episode happened, but I think we're past it. Because I was going through the Blog Talk Radio archive, and they have like 150 shows listed.
Right.
We left that platform a long time ago.
Yeah.
I used to take shows over there, but I think we've done over there. I haven't looked at Podomatic, what's there. And then when we started on Spreaker, there's no way to really gauge who, what, but I can probably count them up. I know we're over 200. I don't think we've made 250 yet. But probably in 2 weeks, man, we'll do a good 5-year extravaganza show. And just brings people on and enjoy and talk about what we've been doing for 5 years. But besides all that, because I'm getting mushy, WrestleMania. It is all about WrestleMania 32, WrestleMania, the history of WrestleMania.
Yes.
Well, I will never forgive Jerry Jones for the rest of my life after this year. It's beef. Just let you know, it is beef in these streets. Fuck that. Fuck him. Fuck Vince. It's beef in these streets right now for what they done did and what's about to happen. And that's all. But we're going to talk. So let's break it back to Monday, right?
Monday.
Monday is the big Raw going to WrestleMania.
Yes. Let's talk about this, please.
Shane and Undertaker start Raw.
They do.
And Shane takes it back to the old school. Also, I would like to mention, Shane McMahon seems to have an affinity for the same shoe that I seem to have an affinity for.
I see this.
And those are the Jordan Retro ones. Yes, I got a couple of pair, and I started noticing Shane, like, he had the red and black on the week before. This week he had on like some blue and black. I ain't even seen the blue and black before. I said, shoot, Shane, I ain't never seen them. Woo, must be nice to be a billionaire.
I'm pretty sure he wears these everywhere. Business meetings, he wears them out. He wears them out. I'm pretty sure this is a regular thing for him. I don't think Shane actually has, like, professional shoes, dress shoes, per se. I have about a couple of pair in the closet, but I'm pretty sure Shane is a sneakerhead. He looks like a sneakerhead to me. So,
yo, I would love to sit down and talk sneakers with Shane McMahon. That would be, like, we do a half-hour podcast, no wrestling. We just talking sneakers. I think that would be something for the people. But neither here nor there. But if anybody knows Shane McMahon, put that bug in his ear. I think it's box office. Okay. But, hey, he did something that I didn't expect on Raw. Like, hey, man, they do a lot to sell this match.
yeah.
And what they've done is they've done this. Undertaker is WrestleMania. That's an attraction in itself.
Right.
We know Shane will do whatever. Period.
Anything.
No bows on Shane McMahon. And they're selling the fact that, hey, Undertaker is physically dominant and physically opposing, but this dude will do anything. And that is the most dangerous type of dude.
It is.
Vince even looked worried. Vince looked like, yo, I don't know if Undertaker understands this, but Shane don't give no fucks right now.
Right.
Like, Vince looked worried, like, I don't think y'all understand. I know my kid. That boy ain't got no fear.
No.
It's gonna be tough. But he feel like his destruction machine will be angry and angry enough to get revenge. I like to see how this turns out. Watching one day, I was like, people were like, this is awesome. I was like, no, it ain't. But,
right.
But it turned awesome. Because they got the fighting outside, and Taker like he was going to take out Shane, but Shane snuffed him real quick. Then got him with the monitor. Taker was out. Shane went to the top rope. Classic Shane McMahon elbow through the announce table.
Keith,
now,
I was screaming. Screaming when I seen that. Oh, I was screaming. I couldn't.
Hey, for you all who want to nitpick, nah, he didn't get all the elbow. That's right.
All right.
He was close enough.
Exactly.
Like, I was watching with my daughter, and Lynn was like, isn't he like 45? I said, yeah.
Of course, Leah will point out his age.
Yeah, Lynn, like, he like 45? Lynn, I think so, but I will say this, I was worried he wasn't going to do that kind of stuff at 45, but apparently he does not care, and he is still gliding through the air.
Exactly.
And, hey, man, they was charged up in Brooklyn. I thought Brooklyn was the perfect place to have the go-home show for WrestleMania because of the hot crowd and because people like to, talk a lot, whatever.
Right.
It may have hurt their main event, but we'll get to that later. Hey, Zack Ryder exists. I didn't know Zack Ryder was still in the league.
Yeah, he came out of somewhere.
The WWE had Zack Ryder around. Like you saw him last week, he got the rest of that WrestleMania match. I said, what? And this week, he was on Raw Wrestling?
Yeah.
I said, what?
Snuck right on up in there. Snuck right on up in there.
They came back from break and he was already in the ring. I was like, ooh, that's a jobber entrance. It is. Man, look, you standing there, bruh. Hey, from where I'm from, that's the job.
Like,
you'll get to walk the ramp and point to your people? You got to do the job.
Hey, at least they gave him his music. No? Didn't that not happen? I think so.
They gave
him his music.
If you stand there do a jumper jacks after commercial break, you about to do that job.
Oh, there's punching the air.
Yeah, you about to do that job.
Punch the air, stretching on the rope. Yep, that's pretty much how that goes.
Doing that job, but Ryder actually did do a job. Thanks to the help of AJ Styles, AJ distracted Jericho enough where Ryder took advantage, got that victory. Then started getting beat up, but then AJ had to save him. And apparently AJ and Chris Jericho for WrestleMania is official. Not that excited. I will like work for AJ Styles, but hey, a rub at WrestleMania against Chris Jericho could be huge for his career.
It could.
So I'm gonna let that go.
If it wasn't like the 4th, 5th match they've had against each other, you know. I'm fine. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. I'm not going to do this right now.
Charlotte, Becky, and Sasha were all at ringside. Charlotte wrestled Becky. Apparently, you know, everybody's still trying to prove they number one.
Right.
And people started getting beat up after matches. And it looks like we were ready to go for WrestleMania. Stephanie and Triple H let the world know it's all about the WWE title. And then Roman Reigns came out. There was a little skirmish, and they left. And I thought we was done for the night.
No, not at all. Not at all.
No, that was the first time we saw them. And they come back later, twice. The New Day gets one over the League of Nations again in the singles category before the big 4-on-3 handicap match at WrestleMania. That I have been informed will not be for the titles now. But hey, Coach was here on Monday.
Yeah, I was with it.
Coach from ESPN, but you know him as Jonathan Coach from ESPN. Some people, but I know him as the Coach from WWE.
Right.
And coach for the girls softball team. But anyway, my man Coach came out, talked with the New Day, talked about apparently SportsCenter is going to become a WrestleMania all day,
which is awesome.
Planet Network is out here covering that wrestling.
Yes.
But also, hey, I think y'all need some experts and some wrestling correspondents over at the old ESPN. I would pull my resume and, as a bona fide wrestling journalist, I think I could be making these 6 figures and have my WWE wrestling show on ESPN. Thank you very much.
Why not? Why not?
We could do the Ring Time podcast by ESPN as opposed to y'all just gotta buy the Ring Time name. I'm sure Mickey Mouse has the money to buy that name.
You got no sense.
No, I'm serious. I'm sure Mickey Mouse got the money. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he got a little cheddar on the side, you know.
I'm sure it's a reasonable number to buy a podcast and rights to the podcast and the site. It just got about 5 or 6 zeros in it, but I hear it's a reasonable number because I ain't working no more after this.
Right? Why would you?
Well, I work for ESPN. Yes, I will work for ESPN, but I'm not like going to my day job no more. No, that's all. But if they offer me somewhere, I have to go back to my day job no, then they cannot have it. I will keep my sole proprietorship of this site. But look, man, that's neither here nor there. That's all down the road speculation. But ESPN, I'm saying, hey, make me an offer. Make me an offer. Look, the company only got like 3 employees. That's right. All. You ain't absorbing a lot of salary. I give you the numbers. You'll run them. It'd be fine. Also, we can't move to Bristol because my wife not having it. But I'm pretty sure y'all got a studio down here. But look, I digress. I digress. Anyway, Coach, let him know that he eat his booty-os because he ain't trying to be booty.
know what? I'm so silly that I see every time I see they box when they talk about booty-os, I just think of like this big ass elaborate commercial with them in the booty-os. Booty-os, because you don't want to be booty.
I bet they only sell them at WWE shop. I'm trying to go to Walmart and pick up some booty-os.
I'm just saying.
I'm trying to pick some. I'm not about to pay them shipping and handling to get some cereal.
No,
that's not
at
going
all.
down. No way am I paying for shipping and handling.
I really believe I should be able to go to Kroger and pick up a box of booty-os. I'm just saying.
Right.
What?
For that, I'll just keep eating my Lucky Charms. I got a stash because pirates come take all the marshmallows out your Lucky Charms. And you ain't looking. You go and you start pouring your Lucky Charms, and you kind of short on the marshmallows. Somebody said they rather just have a bowl of your damn Lucky Charms marshmallows and I eat the cereal. But that is a whole nother conversation. Whole nother conversation.
I'm not dealing with you. It is too early. It's too late. It's just too much. I'm not. I can't.
Just want to eat all your Lucky Charms. Why? What? That's selfish. That's really selfish.
Oh man. Okay. All right. So, let's continue, please.
The Dudleys set a trap for Roman Reigns backstage, where Triple H beats him down. I don't understand why the Usos did not show up for this.
Can we talk about this for a second? Because let me my thoughts on this, and I'm gonna keep it short. This was retarded, and this is why I say this was retarded. The way that Bubba came at Roman, I was like, Roman, are you really finna get into that? Like, it was really like, you knew it was a setup. Like, there was no way that you didn't. I understand the perspective of which they made this. Like, Roman's just a hothead. Of course, he was going to go after the fight because that's all he wanted to do right now. But it was just kind of like, really? Like, Bubba could have at least got in his face or something. They could have fought it out towards that area, and then Devon could have just jumped out of nowhere. It was just really ridiculous. Like, I was like, okay, no. I was just like, Roman, come on, man. Seriously? I just felt like it was too much. I understood the ambush, but like, for me, I would rather have been like a real ambush. Like both Dudley boys just tackle from behind and then just kick the shit out of them, and then Triple H come out of nowhere. I just think that it started out like really retarded, and I was like, no, like that's just not how we get this done. I'm so used to, I guess I've gotten used to the regular attack from behind type thing where, somebody just comes out of nowhere while he's talking and then bam, right upside the head. And I'm a little old fashioned with the attacks. I guess I don't know, but I just thought that this was one time where it was like, okay, this is ridiculous. Like, no, they could have left that one out. They could have. I personally, I just think that I understood it later on. But like at that moment, I was just like, nah, this wasn't necessary. You ain't need to do all this. So, my thoughts on that particular segment of the night.
Yeah. It was kind of lame. I like Paul Heyman and Brock and they dynamic, and Dean is a little nuts and a little off his wagon.
Oh, Dean is out of his fucking mind. Like, let's just put it out there. Dean is just completely out there. But I love it though. He is just gone. The lights are on, but no one's home. Like,
yeah. I'm gonna give you some epic fails of the night. The first one. Apparently, there's gonna be a Total Divas match at WrestleMania.
Oh Lord, yeah.
Match
Jesus.
with the 5 ladies from Total Divas and Team Bad and Team Blonde.
Team Bad and Blonde.
Bad and Blonde.
Team Bad and Blonde. That is their name.
And the blondes are Emma, Lana, and who is
Summer Rae.
Summer Rae.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And Lana and Summer Rae, I guess, are cool now.
No, they can't stand each other still. But
right.
Summer Rae said she'll take this opportunity and will fight for the team. Like,
is Summer Rae not on Total Divas still?
I don't know. That is something I can't tell you.
All right, so that's the team, right?
Right.
And Team Total Divas are the Bella team, basically Brie and Alicia.
Right.
Along with Natty and Paige. And a 5th mystery partner. So we get down to the ring, they do the one-on-one match and whatever, and it breaks out into a brawl. And Lana is standing in the ring looking stupid while the 4-on-4 fight is going on. Because she don't have nobody to fight. She just standing there pointing looking stupid.
Right, of course.
So this is where we're going to find out who the 5th member of Total Divas team is. And mind you, Total Divas team is supposed to be baby faces, Keish. And they ran this setup. This is an elaborate setup to get a huge pop for your baby face. These assholes sent out Eva Marie. And they booed her like she was the damn Grinch at Christmas.
All right.
I was like, yo, dog, do you not understand how bad they boo her at NXT?
You're right.
And say, you can't wrestle. Like, dog, they hate her guts. She has, like, original Bella heat. Like, when the Bellas first came to WWE, she got that kind of heat. Like, nobody likes her right now. You know what they said? Behind the scenes, people said, hey, they thought it was just an NXT thing and that the main roster crowd would be happy.
No.
Because they're just so less cynical than the NXT crew.
No.
Nah, it was not an NXT thing, bruh. Nope, and fail. Man, that shit looked horrible. And then she came in and tried to... Then the funny thing is, her team looked at her like,
yeah,
they said you out here?
Right. Everybody that was...
They said you, bitch?
Right.
Like,
everybody that was on that team was just looking at her like, ew. Like, they were looking at her like she was a plague. They were like, no. And then she tried to, like, get everybody together, like, come on. And everybody looking at her like, no, bitch, we're not.
No. We ain't friends.
No, we ain't cool like that, though. Like,
ain't there another girl on the show? Like, I think they was thinking, like, hey, didn't they call somebody else?
Exactly.
Okay. So, that happened, right? Roman Reigns, man. Hey, Keish, this thing ain't working.
Right.
First of all, they overexposed him. Him and Triple H had brawls the whole show. So they outfight the entire show. Triple H and Stephanie come back to the ring at the end of the show for what? What do y'all have to talk about?
Nothing. Keith, I thought they were going to throw in like a stipulation to the match, or they were going to change it, or, you know, do something that was of interest to the people. You know what I'm saying? I would have been pleased with them coming back out there again had they said, like, the match was going to be, like, no DQ or Hell in a Cell, or, you know, just something to get my interest into why you're back out here in this ring. No, they just out there talking shit. Like, it's like, no, I don't want to hear all this, you know. I don't want to continuously keep having to hear how Triple H is so great and so awesome, and how you are so great and so awesome, and your husband is like the king of kings. And no, I don't care. No one cares. Like just no. Yeah, I could have stayed in the back with all of that. And then Roman comes out, and then it's just another big fight. How many times are you guys going to tear each other apart before WrestleMania? Like, is this just going to continue? I'm going to need this to stop. Like, are you kidding me? Because it just takes away from the match. It's like, I mean, seriously though? Like, why? Like, unless one of you is going to, like, physically injure the other to the point where it's like, oh my God, how is he going to make it? Like, no, I don't want to see any of this crap. Like y'all just got to stop it. It just has to stop at some point. I didn't really understand why they came back out at the end. I really didn't, because there was no significance to them being in the ring. Like, none. And I was actually, I'm not going to lie, I was actually waiting on that moment where they list or speak of some kind of stipulation for the match. Because, of course, they're the authority. They are the authority. They can do that. They can do that if they wanted to. So, and Triple H is the champion. So, yeah, of course I was waiting for them to say that it was something, it was going to be something to this match that made this whole, them coming back out there and finishing what they were saying significant. Like, them, to make it interesting. But it wasn't. It was just them talking about how great Triple H is. Okay, no one wants to hear that. And this is definitely not how you end the show. Like, I just wasn't pleased with that. That part of it, they could have kept that. They really could have. You know, the big fight where they had to be separated by everybody in the locker room and all that. Come on, man. How many times have we seen this happen?
Yeah.
You know.
It's kind of funny because, like, everybody came out to help jump Roman Reigns. So you had the Dudley Boys and the League of Nations decide they was going to jump Roman Reigns with Triple H.
Right.
Which I thought was weird. But then that just led to the all-out brawl. So now the Usos are there with the New Day. And like, the whole locker room just empties out. And that just created chaos. But then, hey, Roman Reigns jumps over the top rope and, you know, does a big suicide dive. And the crowd said, "You still suck."
All right.
Yo, you got to turn this boy heel at WrestleMania. You have no choice.
None. If you don't do it at WrestleMania, it needs to happen shortly after.
Yeah.
Like, the next night, he needs to get on Raw, and he just needs to shit on the crowd and just be like, fuck all y'all. Like, that's what that's what has to happen. Like, it just has to happen. Like, it does. I'm sorry. Like, no. I don't see another way. I don't. Because if you keep Roman going as he is now, his career is going to suffer. Like, yeah. It is. And it's funny how people be like, because I've read at times from some that say, you know, well, a wrestler can go their entire career without a heel or face turn. They can, but there's only a select few that have done it, that can do it, that maybe tried it. Like, I really don't see how you can tell me that Roman is one of those people. He is not. Like, he's not. I'm sorry. Like, to me, Roman was built more to be a heel. I always, ever since the Shield, I've always seen Roman more as a heel anyway. Like, I just
think Rollins is what do you think? I thought Rollins is a natural babyface, but it's kind of funny that they've taken these divergent paths,
right?
But I think somebody's going to have to make a change, and we'll see how it works out. Jim Ross has teased the possibility of a double turn at WrestleMania, where Triple H goes face and Roman goes heel. I can see the possibility of maybe Vince McMahon getting involved with that double turn.
Right.
Where he trades on Triple H. And, hey, man, I like you, my son-in-law, but Roman's the future. Also, they can play on this tension of him and Stephanie trying to take over the company from him and how he try to protect the company from them. And then Shane can still lose his match, but then Shane partner up with his sister and how we got to stop the old man before he run this place into the ground. And that could be an angle. But, okay, that's neither here nor there. All in all, I don't know if man, people not feeling this main event, Keish.
No, they are not. They are not at all. They are not.
Here's the thing. After WrestleMania 30 and Daniel Bryan, I think they feel like this. If they twisted head, they feel like they was right. And what I mean by that was like they wouldn't go push Bryan. Bryan got hurt, and that's the only thing that really went wrong. But they feel like, in their minds, that maybe, just maybe, they were right not to do it, and they should have went with what they wanted to do. Nah, y'all wasn't right. The fans was right. But they feel like they're not going to get bullied into a decision anymore. Like, they don't want to feel like they don't want the fans to feel like they have the power to change or alter the show. Even though that's what fandom does since the history of wrestling. You follow your crowd and figure out how to please your crowd.
Right.
Now, you pick them off for a certain point of time because that's where the payoff comes, where they like, oh, my guy didn't win, yay, my guy won. This right here is a mess. But with that being said, man, we're going to take our break. We're going to come back. News going to be short. Birthdays. And then we are going to talk about WrestleMania. And once again, why Jerry Jones is dead to me. That being said, we'll be back on the flip side.
Yay!
So I imagine New York City still as dirty and rotten and disgusting as it's always been. You know, they hate me there, Arn. Ever since I took Bruno Sammartino and pounded him into retirement, they have hailed me as the legend. Well, I'll tell you something, Halloween Havoc, we're going in against the Patriots, Chip and Todd. Chip is going to be dressed, I hear, as a human fire hydrant, while Todd Champion is wearing the costume of a piece of shrubbery from the desert. Us, my friends, are going as you see us, as the last two real men on the face of the planet.
Do you ever wonder why all the other teams are wallowing in mediocrity? They're trying to figure out who can get the most flowers, the most boas wrapped around their neck, can play a trumpet, come into the ring. Anything to get someone's attention. Well, we figured out one way to shine. We don't need glitter. We don't need fancy robes, fancy tights. That is to go to every arena, and especially in a violent city like New York, and just simply beat whoever comes out the other curtain. That's why we're the World Tag Team Champions. That's why we stand alone in this sport. So New York City, understand one thing: when we come your way, you are looking at the very best.
Back from the break, back from the other side. Keish, we are talking Ring Time Pro Wrestling. Our favorite segment is the birthdays.
Birthdays!
Do you realize 2 days ago, on the 28th, Mr. Perfect, late Mr. Perfect had a birthday.
He did.
Yes. Mr. Perfect would have been 58.
Did you see his son's shout out on Raw Monday night?
Yes, I did.
It was short and brief, but it was awesome.
Umaga shared a birthday with Mr. Perfect. Umaga would have been 43. The Warlord, who is still alive, is 54. The One Man Gang, also known as Akeem the African Dream. Which, man, if you ever want to see the funniest thing, just pull up Akeem the African Dream promos. He don't really talk. Slick do all the talking, and you just watch Akeem mannerisms.
Lord.
Hilarious. But he just be there like, yeah, and he be doing his hand and stuff. Man, it's hilarious. But that's there. Tuesday, March 29th, Michael Hayes, Hall of Famer Michael Hayes, celebrated birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Hayes turns 57. Today, the 30th, which is Wednesday, Zach Gowen and Trent Beretta celebrate birthdays. The 31st does not have birthdays, but April 1st, Friday, Jesse Sorensen of TNA fame celebrates a birthday. The big birthday on Friday, Randall Keith Orton, Mr. RKO himself. Which is funny. People don't understand that's what RKO stands for. It does not stand for Randy Knockout. It stands for Randall Keith Orton.
Yeah, exactly.
Randy turns 36. Yes, I am older than Randy Orton. Just a tidbit. I'm older than Randy Orton. Lance Storm, who is I am not older than, will turn.
You got issues.
Will turn 47 on WrestleMania Sunday, April 3rd. But that is it for the birthdays. News. We went through all the Hall of Fame stuff. The Bella Twins mom officially marries Johnny Ace, aka John Laurinaitis, this week.
Which got me. I was like, man, what?
Yeah, I mean, they was engaged. It was a short engagement, apparently. But now she is Mrs. Laurinaitis. That is, it's a weird thing, man. Hey, he married their moms.
Yeah, it is what it is, man.
USA will be airing the preview show for WrestleMania, starting at 6 o'clock on the USA Network. They will have the hour-long pre-show, because 7 o'clock WrestleMania starts. We're doing a 4-hour WrestleMania again. Bruh, I'm going to take a nap Sunday afternoon.
All right.
I'm going to take a nap, wake up about 5:30, have me a Red Bull, and be ready to go.
I told myself the same thing.
I can't be falling asleep during WrestleMania again.
No.
Like that's just too much work. Then I got to get up. Then I got to turn on WWE Network and try to watch it again, which is hard because they don't let you start fast forwarding through it until about 3 days later. So it's kind of a thing, right?
Right.
So yeah, I'll be up for the whole 4 hours, live tweeting. I'm sure the Wrestlecast will have a Twitter hashtag for everybody to follow. Those guys are very awesome with the social media. Also, Hall of Fame, Wrestlecast Hall of Fame. They are inducted Brian Pillman and Sherry Martell this year. Those are the two announcements that I'm aware of. Be on the lookout. It's one of my favorite wrestling Hall of Fames. Not because I, was a part of it, and it was part of the first induction ceremony, but just because it's just about real wrestling fans talking real wrestling and inducted things that are relevant to people who like the sport.
Right.
And it's not, that's the thing. But yeah, it's an hour-long pre-show on USA. So I'm sure it's still going to be on YouTube and all the social media platforms and the WWE Network. But USA, which I think is part of the big Monster TV contract, like, hey, we'll give you this programming. This is prime real estate. You're going to draw a lot of viewers, probably more than you draw for a Raw. Take this, get some ad money, and hey, we'll be good, right?
Right.
So that's happening. It's the biggest week of the year. This is our Super Bowl. I am happy. I am excited. WrestleMania 32. It has one of the least spectacular cards going into it. I mean, this is like WrestleMania 9 enthusiasm for me. But we'll see what happens, right?
Right.
They're expecting 100,000 people in this ring. I mean, not a ring, but at the show. That will break the largest attendance record for WrestleMania, which was once held by WrestleMania 3, which lasted 30 years almost, at the Pontiac Silverdome in Pontiac, Michigan.
That is correct.
They are taking the final glory from a once proud place, my hometown, Pontiac, Michigan. For that, I say fuck Jerry Jones. You got any friends? Fuck them too.
Awful.
And that monstrosity of a stadium. I hope when WrestleMania comes to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, they break his record. Fuck him. That's where it's at right now. The beef is on.
I can't deal with you.
But okay, aside from that, I said it before. I'm more excited about the NXT card than I am WrestleMania, just because I can see the consequences in it, and I can see where it's going to grow people.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm getting out of this. And Keith, quiet as kept, could be one of the greatest WrestleManias of all time.
Could be. But right now, I'm real skeptical.
I've had underappreciated card, and it turned out to be great. This one, it's going to be hard, especially with 4 hours. You got a lot of gaps to fill. And with the 4 hours, all the matches ain't going to be in the 4 hours.
No.
2 of the matches are going to happen on the pre-show.
Well, I have read that it will be 3. I don't know if this is true or not, but I've read it'll be 3 that will be in the pre-show. Well, let me take that back. And this is what I don't know how true this is, but I read that the U.S. title match has actually been moved to be before the pre-show and will be on like a special match that would be aired on the network. I don't know how true that is. I think that's really stupid if it is true, but this is what I've read a lot of things online today. So I will be speaking on the other thing that I read as we go on talking about the preview. But yes, this is what I was told. But of course, I'm not surprised that if this is true, I wouldn't be surprised if WWE actually made this move because they do ridiculous stuff like that. Like you have a 4-hour pay-per-view, but yet you're moving a title match to a pre-show. So I digress. But
which would explain why you don't have a strong mid card and why you struggle to draw on that mid card, right?
Right.
But neither here nor there, right? Well, it is kind of here or there, but neither here nor there. I don't know. I'm just talking. This is where history is made. This is a chance to launch careers, put people to the next level. There are some guys who can increase their stardom. We'll see. I feel like for Roman, this is where he becomes a real champ because you ain't the champ till you win that Mania.
Right.
Even though Triple H may need to hold on to the belt for a little while. Let's go out line. Let's start talking about this card. So, Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. I don't necessarily have a favorite this year. I see Big Show and Kane are kind of partnering up. They're trying to make it down to where it's just them. But I'm sure that's not going to work out.
Nah.
Maybe we see the return of Cesaro.
Maybe.
In the Battle Royal. Because he's been out long enough. Maybe we see the return of Cesaro. I don't know. This is what I think about this. They need to get something out of this. You're using a name like Andre. I think you need to get something out of it. Cesaro winning was incredible. It was a spot towards a push.
Right.
Where he could have went to the moon, and they figured out how they was going to crush that and screw it up. Big Show really was just nostalgia last year because he should win an Andre Giant Memorial Battle Royal. Now, if you want to gimmick it, I'd have him win the next 3 or 4 till he retires.
Right.
Where he wins that every year. And as he's the established giant in the company. And he's the second generation of the giant. Not even though he's not related, naturally, but he's the second generation of the giant. Like the true giant. And that'll be his legacy. So, something to consider. Other than that, I really don't have a winner for you. Not that it even matters, right?
Right.
Right. So let's get to the matches that, the Dudleys will take on the Usos. It's a very nondescript match, but hey, it's just 2 tag teams having a match.
Right.
Maybe they're jockeying for position for a shot at the titles, but I'm gonna go Usos. I'm gonna go Young Bucks. I think the Dudleys gonna get the young guys a rub.
Of course.
I think they're happy to be back in WrestleMania. This match probably will end up on the pre-show. I really don't have anything negative to say about it. I hope they do turn in a good performance. And I hope this the Usos a chance for just a learning experience to wrestle, a veteran team like the Dudleys.
Right.
But other than that, I don't really have a lot for it.
I mean, what really can you really say? It's not too much to say. Except, hey, I hope it's great. That's about it. I hope someone goes through a table. That's about it.
Yeah, and that's what. Yeah, I do. I do hope we get somebody at the table, right?
I hope somebody goes through a table.
They probably won't go through a table, and they probably will save the tables match for like Extreme Rules or something. I don't know when the next pay-per-view is, or if the next pay-per-view is like Hell in a Cell or something like that. But I can see them doing a tables match at like a next pay-per-view. Kalisto, United States champion, will defend the belt against Ryback. I got Kalisto for no other reason than why not?
Right. I see Kalisto retaining just for the hell of it. Like,
yeah, I think they've played Ryback up. They gave him the bully stance, but I think at WrestleMania you go for the heartstrings, and David beats Goliath at WrestleMania.
Right.
Surely Goliath doesn't walk out with the belt at WrestleMania. There's no, rhyme or reason why he should or should not. And I'm going to go with Kalisto. League of Nations, non-title versus the New Day. 403 handicap match.
The numbers game says that you should go with the League of Nations. But I personally think that the New Day is going to do something in their bag of shenanigans and overcome. I love the New Day. I think they're just... I think the New Day is just greatness. So, and we get to see Xavier Woods in the ring. When was the last time we seen Xavier Woods in the ring? Like...
Well, he wrestled a couple of weeks ago. He had the one-on-one match, and then he had the match when they did the tag team. I think it was on Raw against the League of Nations, because they criticized him after the pay-per-view as he don't get in the ring.
Right.
And be a 1/3 tag team champion. So he's been getting in the ring a little more lately. This dynamic, though, with all... It'll be interesting. I like the New Day's face turn. It was a seamless turn because everybody rocked with the New Day.
Right.
I mean, hey man, they just got those personalities where it worked for them. I don't see them lose to the League of Nations because the League of Nations have never won anything of consequence.
No.
And to be honest with you, we all know Wade Barrett's leaving, so I don't know if that's going to affect itself into the story somehow of how this will combust.
It could be it. I mean, it could be that time where he walks out on the rest of his team, and then, it's a wrap. He could end up separating himself. I mean, we really don't know how this is going to go, but I think it's going to be fun to watch, nonetheless. So,
yeah, no, I think we're definitely going to get a lot of entertainment out of it, and New Day rocks, so I'm going to go with the New Day. Kevin Owens defends his IC title against 6 other competitors. Sami Zayn, Zack Ryder, Dolph Ziggler, Sin Cara, Miz, and Goldust. He brought this upon himself, trying to do the triple threat match for the title. Then that got hijacked because he tried to use 3 people who wasn't really good contenders. And then the fights broke out, and Stephanie was already pissed that day. So that's how we end up with Kevin versus 6 dudes.
Right.
I don't think Kevin Owens leaves with the title, strange enough.
No.
If he does, it'll be by shenanigans in a very quick move somewhere. But I'm going to go with Sami Zayn tonight. I think it's Sami Zayn's night. I think this is his introduction to the main roster. He had just lost on Friday. I think he would be a sympathetic figure. You see the way the crowd popped for him when he had faced John Cena in the open challenge. I think a lot of people know and love Sami Zayn, and him and Owens have that history, and this is payback. And then him and Owens can have their feud on the main roster.
Right. Me and you agree on this. We definitely agree on this. So I personally, I don't see it going any other way. If the only way I see it going, other than Sami Zayn winning, is Kevin Owens retaining. Then that's it. Like I mean, of course, I'm not discrediting anyone else. I'm just saying, like, that's just how this is going to go. Because the Sami Zayn Kevin Owens feud is going to happen regardless of who wins. which out of either one of them. But it's definitely going to be Sammy that's going to have the belt. And, of course, Kevin is a hothead, so, you know, he's not going to take that lying down. It is what it is.
So, yeah, I'm going to go with Sammy. Sammy's going to have the crowd feeling happy. They're going to play that music. Oh, 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 oh. It's going to go nuts, right?
All right.
So, Sami Zayn walks out with the belt that way.
Of course.
Chris Jericho versus AJ Styles. AJ Styles will not lose his WrestleMania debut. I think Chris Jericho gives him a rub. I think him beat Jericho was one thing, but beating him at WrestleMania, I think it's just to really amplify the presence of AJ Styles.
Right.
Also, I don't think they had anywhere for him to go. Like the 6-man match for the IC title probably wasn't the best idea right now. And maybe down the line after the Owens-Zayn feud, they'll create something for him to take over. So, not sure what it will be, but I think he'll have somewhere to get in there and enhance his character and move forward. But, I mean, I know the WWE expect big things from AJ Styles. And that's why, to them pairing him with Jericho again, they couldn't do him any more favors. Because, I mean, really, out of the available dudes, who's bigger than Jericho? As far as, you know, lifetime reputation and all that. So,
right.
And the guy always pops every time he comes back. So, just that. Total Divas taking on Team Bad and Blonde.
Lord. Like, I really just am not. I have to honestly say, I'm so not interested in this match. Like, I love my women wrestlers, don't get me wrong, but man, I am so like, this match, I think, is just going to be a little level of horrible. Like, I don't.
It's a promotional tool for the Total Divas show. And it's so, hey, we care about the show. We care about the ladies. We understand we got underutilized talent. So, here we go, right? I think it's a good spot for a lot of these ladies. Like, I think it's excellent Natty gets to wrestle at WrestleMania. I think it's excellent Paige gets to wrestle at WrestleMania. I think it's excellent Alicia Fox and Brie Bella get to wrestle at WrestleMania. Right? Like, that's what's popping.
Right.
But to do it this way is just kind of and then they just threw Eva Marie in there like, this is gonna go over well.
Yeah.
Maybe y'all don't listen to the crowd at all. But
exactly.
Like I said, I especially Natty, I'm happy she gets to have a WrestleMania moment. And I hope she put somebody in the sharpshooter. Other than that, man, you know what I mean? But hey, they got 2 women's matches on the card. You can't ask for more than that, right?
Yeah. So, I'm not complaining.
In total, they have 13 women working in WrestleMania,
which is awesome.
Threat match. That's more than they've had in forever today. Speaking of women's wrestling, Charlotte will defend her Divas title in a triple threat match against Sasha and Becky Lynch. Sasha will be first off her cousin Snoop Dogg's induction into the Hall of Fame.
This is what I wanted to mention about this match. There's a little thing that is added, and I've been reading things online all day, okay? I could have mentioned this in the news, but instead I decided to wait till we do the preview in order to bring it up. So, from what I have read, and I don't know how true this is or not, so please don't quote me, but WrestleMania will be the last night of the Divas title. The next night, there will be a different belt. They are gonna change it from the Divas division. They're going to go back to the women's division, and there's going to be a belt similar but smaller than the current WWE Heavyweight Championship belt, and it's going to be designed for the women. I don't know how true this is or not. I think it would be incredibly fucking awesome if this actually happened. But that is something that I did read today. So
it has been rumored for a while. I don't know how true it is, and I don't know if they're going to make that change on Monday. But it'd be interesting to watch, and I think that's one of those days. Just keep your eye out for it.
I'll be so excited that actually happened. Personally, I'm just so sick of seeing that damn belt. I can't stand the Divas belt. Like, it's awful.
That butterfly, like,
yeah,
that's more condescending. But besides that, Keisha, who you got in this match?
Okay, so I have to honestly say I love all three women. I think they're all incredible wrestlers. I don't see Becky taking the title in this. Sorry, Becky, I love you, but no, this not Becky Lynch's time yet. I want to say that even with shenanigans going on, that the winner of this match will be Sasha Banks. I really see the title changing hands in this one. Charlotte has had a great run. I think it's time for a new person, and I think that person will be Sasha. I'm not saying this because Sasha's awesome. I mean, I think Sasha's greatness. I think Charlotte's greatness. Personally, this is one of, I feel like this is going to be one of my matches of the night, because these are three incredible women that give everything when they get in the ring, and I just can't wait. Now, of course, Daddy Flair is going to be down there on Charlotte's side, and I'm pretty sure he's going to interfere somehow. But even with the interference, I don't think that it's going to affect my predicted outcome of this match. So, kudos to all the women that are in this triple threat. I am ready to see a new Divas champion. That's my take on it.
I'm going to say this. Sasha's taking the belt. It's a foregone conclusion. The crowd is behind this one. The crowd wants this. They need this. They gotta have it. She might not take it that night. Like, she might have to get a one-on-one with Charlotte, but I think she'll be able to shoot the fairway and get her with this triple threat.
Right.
All signs point towards Sasha. Next match: Dean Ambrose versus Brock Lesnar. No holds barred.
Street fight. Ooh!
Some say the rules favor Ambrose because he now can do things to help stabilize the beast. Your thoughts?
I think that I think it's said that it favors Ambrose just because of Ambrose's character. Of course, Ambrose is out of his mind. He's nuts. So, of course, giving him the room to do whatever he wants is just amplifying his personality. But Brock is a beast. Brock is out. When he's out in the ring, he's out to hurt. He's out to do whatever it takes to make sure that you don't get up. So I really think, I want to say this. I don't think that it necessarily favors Ambrose as much as it just equals things out. It can, of course, him using different objects could hurt Brock. I do understand that. And now he has room to use whatever he wants, wherever he wants, however he wants. It doesn't matter. But at the same time, first he has to get Brock down. Because once Brock gets the upper hand, he's just going to swing Ambrose everywhere. Ambrose is kind of like a man made of rubber at times, but at the same time, he's not a man made of rubber. So it's really, to me, it's not going to be the match everybody thinks it's going to be. I think people really expect for Ambrose to now have the upper hand. But to me, I don't think Ambrose necessarily has the upper hand. I really just think that now he has the ability to really meet Brock where he is. I'm not saying Brock's the better wrestler. I'm not using it in that context. I'm saying it in a level of the brutality that the match will take. Watching Brock wrestle as many times as I have, Brock's matches can be brutal. And without using weapons, without using any kind of like kendo sticks and chairs and all that kind of stuff, it's going to be an even playing field now. So Dean definitely can meet Brock where he is in this match. I think personally he can do it without all the weapons and everything, but now it definitely gives him a chance to get Brock down without having to bounce back first. But first he has to be able to even get to these things in order to make this happen. So I don't know how I really feel about saying Dean has this is Dean's territory, you know, because yeah, of course it is, but it's Brock Lesnar we're talking about, you know, and I'm excited about that. Just that aspect alone.
I think Brock wins the match, but I think Dean wins the public perception, right?
Right.
Like, I think Dean, this is going to be kind of a la Foley Hell in a Cell kind of thing. I think he's going to take the beating that's going to endear him to fans, and he's going to have some moments that are dangerous. But at the ultimate end, the money is going to win, and Brock is a monster, and you have to keep his credibility up, and I think this is the way to do it. So Brock will walk away as a winner, but Dean will walk away as a winner in another sense.
Right.
All right. Shane McMahon versus The Undertaker. Hell in a Cell for control over Raw versus Undertaker's career.
I'm thoroughly not happy about this one. I don't like the stipulations. I don't.
Here's what happened. I can tell you right now, Undertaker's gonna win. And I'm gonna tell you why. They're not gonna let him have a match where he goes out and loses in Texas.
Right.
They've already given up to one loss at WrestleMania. They're not gonna go 22-2. They're gonna go 23-1. And that is gonna be the angle for them, right?
Right.
Like, it's not gonna be anything else. Like, they're going to get the money that way. So I'm gonna go with Taker. I can't go with Shane. I think Shane, what they've done is try to give you the element of surprise, the element of idea that Shane's gonna win. Also, nothing I've heard that says Shane gonna stick around. He's getting paid like a performer on a per appearance rate. I think he is just kind of more filling in. I don't know if he's really trying to be here like that. So I'm gonna go with Taker. It's got to be Taker. I don't see how it could not be Taker.
There ain't no other way for this match to go. It's not. Like, you're not going to... I don't think they'll... I don't think they'll take Taker out this way. Like, I don't think it's going to happen like this. You know, I don't see it being that way. It's definitely not going to go over with the crowd. I mean, the crowd loves Shane. Everybody loves Shane. I love Shane. You know, it's great, it's wonderful, it's awesome. But this is not how you end Taker's career. It just doesn't happen like that. And as much as Shane has the crowd's back, and, you know, everybody support him and everything, it just doesn't happen like that. So I'm with you on Taker definitely winning this match. Don't know how long Shane is going to be around after WrestleMania, so we definitely don't know what to say as far as him winning, because if he wins, Taker's career is over and then what? He leaves like a month later, and it was all for nothing. Like, it just doesn't make sense. So I'm always, when it comes to WrestleMania, like, and it comes to Taker, I'm always Taker. Like, I'm like, yes, Taker, yes. Because it's a match I wait for, personally. Like, it's been this way for years. So it's the match I wait for. So, of course, when I seen that his opponent this year was going to be Shane, I was excited and like, oh my God, really, at the same time. It was very big mixed feelings. Very big mixed feelings.
All right, so Last but not least, World Heavyweight Championship. Triple H, Roman Reigns, for all the marbles.
I'm not too excited about this one. I have to honestly say, from both ends, I'm not really. I like Triple H. I've always actually been a fan. I like Roman. I don't think this is the match that should be the main event. Personally, I feel like this match was not a match that I actually was trying to see happen for WrestleMania. I definitely didn't see Triple H becoming the World Heavyweight Champion. Like, I don't think anybody saw that coming. But then
they needed a credible champ, and they didn't have one on the roster.
Right.
So they went with Triple H. I think it was a good move. He's turned in some good work lately. He's definitely sold it on the mic. Problem is, people hate Roman. And they hate him because the push came from the WWE too heavy too soon.
Right.
And it threw them off. And they were like, no, we reject this. We rebuke this. And they are where they are now, and they're going to have to do something. But ultimately, Roman's going to get that belt at WrestleMania. There's no other way you're going to come out of that. There's no other way you're going to finish that.
And what I need to happen is I need Roman to get this belt and just like give like the biggest middle finger ever to the entire crowd. Like, I just need that to happen. Like, can we just make that happen, please? I mean, just for the love of Jesus. Like, can we please make this happen? Because personally, I feel like I really just don't see. All I want to happen is Roman get this belt, but I don't want it to be like, yeah, I beat the Authority and blah blah blah. Like, no, Roman, that's not what that's not what you do. That is just not. I'm sorry. Like, I can't have him continue to be a face after that. It just can't happen. It can't. Like, I really, it's funny. The thing that changed my mind about Roman was probably about a good month ago. I seen something I personally can honestly say I'd never seen before. And it was him doing a heel promo when he was in NXT. That was it for me. Like, I was just like, I need that Roman to be here, like, right now. You know?
Yeah. I'll say this. I don't have anything against Roman Reigns. I think he's earned it. I think he's talented. I just think the crowd doesn't like being forced, and they feel like they're being ignored. And we'll see how that all works out. But, yeah, final destination, Roman Reigns walks away with that belt.
Yeah.
There's no way. What he does after that is up to him. He walks away with the belt. With that being said, that's the end of the card.
Yeah, it is. It is. And I'm just as excited about WrestleMania as I am every year. It's WrestleMania. There's nothing that is going to be, trust me, it's nothing more exciting to me than WrestleMania. I mean,
going through the preview, I kind of get a little more excited. I like some of the matches a little more. I definitely like the triple threat women's match.
Right.
I like the New Day. I can't wait for the IC title match. I want to see how that changes hands. Everything else is kind of, but I'll be in, I'll be down in, I'll be talking, I'll be having fun. So be here, be square.
Oh, this is the first time in probably like 2 or 3 years where I'm actually going to be at home. I'm going to be tweeting. I'm be all over the place. Like, I'm thoroughly excited. I'll be watching this in the comfort of my living room on my couch. Yes, forget it. Like, I'm way too excited about this right now. Like, I'm actually planning out what I'm going to eat. Like, that's just how far into this I'm already am. And we're days away. So,
right.
It's WrestleMania, man. Keith, I'm going to say this now because I want you to know. Since your sister's turning 30 next year, she plans to go to WrestleMania also, since it's going to be in Orlando. So, I will let you know how my plans for that go, but that's what I'm planning. I want to be at WrestleMania 33 for my 30th. I'm just saying. So, just putting that out there, you know, we'll bring this up again. And I just want the world to know that I'm already planning that far ahead, because that's how excited I am about wrestling and about life. So, yeah, we're going to combine it together and just be excited.
Happy you're excited about life. I will put that over to the executive committee at Ring Time Pro Wrestling. You still are responsible for your duties to the show and podcast. And,
of course.
but,
of course.
Yeah. No, we'll figure something out. But with that, hey man, we are out. I hope you enjoyed the preview. I hope you enjoyed WrestleMania. We will be back next week. We will wrap it all up. The entire preview, the whole shebang. We will wrap it all up and put it in a bow for you. So with that, I am out. Peace.